welcome to the Erica Russo Show. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I am beyond excited that the universe led you here. And if you are an OG and you continue to come back, you continue to press play, you continue to lean into your own intuition, hug your inner child, do the things, explore, learn, expand. Man, thank you for being you. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you truly for just being open to listening to a podcast like this. Now more than ever, I think that conversations like the ones that come through on this podcast and the insight and the clarity that can come from all of these episodes can really do a lot of good in the world. And if this podcast is helping you, if it's inspiring you, if it's giving you clarity or aha moments, I would be eternally grateful if you can head on over to iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. Those reviews allow this podcast to get to more ears. And now, more than ever, I think that we can all agree that this world is pretty crazy, man. Has anybody seen the toxic breakup of Elon and Trump? What the hell is going on? Anyway, before you go ahead and click submit on those reviews, make sure you send a screenshot to me at Erica W. Russo on Instagram, and I would love to send you a free gift for taking that time out and supporting this podcast. It really does make such a big impact, and I'm so grateful for it. Now that that is all said and done, you are listening to this podcast episode on June 9th. And today is a very special day because Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, has officially entered the sign of Cancer. It will be staying here until June 30th of 2026, except for a brief retrograde back in Gemini in late 2025. But this podcast episode, what we are going to be diving into is the horoscope for how Jupiter in Cancer is going to be affecting and impacting your life. You know, this is actually a very positive transit. This is one that we have been waiting for. This is one that really is going to bring so much healing and growth and expansion into wherever Cancer is in your natal chart. Okay. Now, believe it or not, you have all 12 zodiac signs within your natal chart. They just govern different aspects of your life. So what you're going to want to do, if you don't know already, you want to head on over to astroseek.com and type in your birth information. And this is going to bring up your personal natal chart. And this is also going to show you what house Cancer governs. Now, if you are more interested in daily horoscopes and astrology and just a more personalized experience, I suggest the Nebula app or the Chani app. And in both of those apps, you have your own little section where they dive into your natal chart. So those are monthly subscriptions if you're more interested in that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to dive in. And I'm talking about the rising signs, okay? So you are going to need to get, hold on. Okay, my kid was a little too loud, so I had to tell him to tone down the volume. Anyway, where were we? So yeah, I'm going by rising sign. So you are going to need to know your natal chart information. Okay. So with that being said, we are going to dive into all of the rising signs and how Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, and growth, is going to impact you as it enters Cancer. Okay, so Aries rising. Aries, this is going to be impacting your fourth house of home and family and roots. This transit, which is a little over a year long, is going to have the potential of bringing major blessings around your home and family healing, inner emotional security, or possibly even relocation. This is a great time to build or expand your home, redecorate, paint, do some renovations. This is a great time for reflecting with parents and siblings and doing a lot of ancestral clearing. Okay. I have noticed that when it comes to any transit that's impacting the fourth house, it's very internal. It's a very internal process. So, a lot of purging when it comes to like childhood things and limiting beliefs, and, just recognizing a lot from like the things that we've picked up throughout our journey, whether they are belief systems from our parents. But I do find that it's a very internal experience, as well as when it comes to our homes and family. Now, if you are a Taurus rising, Jupiter is going to be impacting your third house of communication, learning, and siblings. So, this is going to bring you a major boost in creativity, maybe even writing, teaching, content creation, public speaking, maybe even starting your own podcast. Sibling relationships can also improve during this time, and you can feel a lot more mentally sharp and emotionally expressive, okay? This is really a great time to initiate sharing your voice with the world in whatever sort of capacity that looks like for you. So if you have been itching to write a book or launch a podcast or just start content creating, do it now. Do it now, okay? Jupiter is going to bring such expansive growth in this area of your life for you. Now, let's talk about Gemini rising. Okay, so Gemini, this is impacting your second house of money, value, and self worth. Okay, financial growth is very, very possible with this transit. Okay, this is a very happy transit for you. You may earn more, feel more secure. You might build a new income stream. This is also a great year for working on self-worth and abundance mindset. This is also a really great time for you to really focus in on your possessions and your finances. Okay, believe it or not, when it comes to this transit, a lot of times you're going to, I would personally, I have a lot of Gemini risings in my life, but I would look at this transit and really go through my whole house, all of my possessions, my bank accounts, and everything like that, and get more organized. Get more clear on what it is that you want to call in, what you want your bank account to look like, what you want your monthly payments to look like, and also maybe minimizing the shit that no longer ignites you within your home, okay? Maybe do a purging or a decluttering, get rid of stuff, clear away all of those cobwebs, and really ask yourself, is this bringing me joy? Am I content with making sure that I want to take care of this possession for the rest of, for the rest of my life, or for the foreseeable future? Okay, so Gemini rising, good for you. This is a great, great transit. Major blessings for you and all of your financial abundance that's coming your way. Now let's talk about Cancer rising. Oh, my lovely Cancer risings. This is none other than impacting your first house of identity, self-expression, and body. Okay, this is a major glow up year for you. You might feel more optimistic, aligned, magnetic, and confident. This is an ideal time to reinvent yourself or step into a leadership role. This is your time to really have the world be your oyster. Get a new haircut, go tanning, start a new gym routine. Just let it be all about you. The spotlight's on you guys, okay? Another thing that I do want to say is I think a lot of Cancer risings are going to get prego, okay? This is, again, the planet of growth, abundance, and expansion impacting you, your house of self. So if you are wanting to have another child or have a baby or really anything along those lines, get to it. Get to it, okay? You got this, Cancers. All right, Leo risings. I I'm very curious about this because I'm a Leo rising myself, and Jupiter is going to be impacting the 12th house for us. This is the house of secrets, spirituality, retreat, and also healing. This is actually considered a very spiritually protective transit when it's impacting your 12th house. So, a lot of deep emotional and spiritual healing might be coming our way. And this is excellent for developing your psychic gifts, spending time alone, traveling to sacred places, doing a lot of inner child work, and releasing old baggage. Now, another thing that can be impacting this deep, like spiritual time is the fact that both Saturn and Neptune is in Aries, which is our ninth house, okay? Our ninth house of God, philosophy, travel, spirituality. And with both of these really governing the most, two of the three most spiritual houses, this is going to be a year of deep exploration for us, Leo risings. Okay, there's going to be a lot of healing, a lot of spiritual expansion. This is a beautiful transit. This is a lot of uncovering things. This is a lot of wanting to be alone. Okay, I've already really kind of have been feeling like I want to go more inward, and I want to spend more time alone. I want to spend more time reflecting and in meditation. And it's a really beautiful transit for us, but also it's going to come with a lot of subconscious dumping. Okay, so perhaps a lot of things that are under the surface might come up, ancestral work, generational work, whatever the case may be. Let it be there. You got this. We got this. You got this, Leo rising. All right, now Virgo risings. All right, this is impacting your 11th house of friendships, community, and long term dreams. Expansion through soul aligned networks, collaborations, dream building. This is a great time to grow your audience or join a spiritual or humanitarian cause. As someone who has had Gemini rising in her 11th house the past year, I can tell you that yes, this is a great time for you to grow a following, grow a social media following, grow your email list, grow your subscribers, grow YouTube, whatever the case may be. This is a wonderful transit for growth when it comes to getting your voice, your mission out into the world. So start content creation, start recording the podcast, start writing the book. I don't care what it is. Use this to get your mission out into the world and to connect with like-minded individuals. Let's talk about Libra risings. Libra risings, this is impacting your 10th house of career and reputation and public image. This is a big opportunity in your professional life. This is recognition, promotions, stepping into more meaningful work. This is the time to gain and align your career with your soul's calling. Okay, so if I would say this, you might find a lot of opportunities if you are in a place in your career where maybe it's not aligned with where you want to go in life. You may find a lot of infinite blessings and opportunities kind of find themselves to you in the next year or so. If you are already on your path and working on your specific mission, you may find a lot of growth and expansion. You might be able to get your voice out even more and gain more recognition when it comes to your work. Okay, I was interrupted again. See, this is how we do it, guys. I have two kids. I have two middle schoolers right now. They're both home. And we just do the damn thing, okay? We just continue to record, and this is how we do it. We do it messy, we do it, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about Scorpio risings, okay? Scorpio risings, Jupiter is going to be impacting your ninth house of spirituality, travel, and wisdom. This can really bring a spiritual awakening, or a return to a higher education may occur. You may be drawn to teaching or publishing, or you really might be drawn to traveling and expanding your understanding of the world. Okay, I love transits in the ninth house because this is really a major growth spurt. Okay, especially when it's Jupiter. So anything that you are getting the nudge to learn about, do it. Do it. Listen to the podcast, do the YouTube videos, go to Barnes and Noble, get some coffee, sit there, learn, grow, expand. The world is filled with such potential when you have a ninth house transit. Okay, so have fun with that, Scorpio risings. Now let's talk about Sagittarius risings. Sages, Jupiter is going to be impacting your 8th house of death, rebirth, and transformation, as well as shared resources. Now, this is a powerful emotional and energetic healing transit, okay? This can bring financial growth. This can bring inheritance, grants, investments. This can also bring a huge physical transformation when it comes to you. Okay. Now, I always say that transformations begin on the inside and then work its way out. And 8th house transits really do bring a lot of clarity and insight and understanding that we play so many characters throughout our life, dude. The person that you are 6 months from in the past is not the person that's listening to this podcast right now. And the person that's going to be you a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now is not the same person. And when we're having these transits happen, specifically in our 8th house, it really helps us recognize the many chapters of us. It helps us recognize all of the layers and how far we've come in our life. So this is a very positive and beautiful transformative transit for you guys, Sagittarius rising. Now let's talk about Capricorn rising. Capricorns, this is impacting your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, and relationships. You're going to get a lot of blessings when it comes to relationships. You might attract a deep, amazing connection. This might deepen an existing partnership. You might start a business collaboration that aligns with your heart and value. But this might also bring a lot of clarity when it comes to your relationships as well. So really be open and be vulnerable and allow Jupiter to just kind of expand whatever needs to be expanded when it comes to your partnerships, relationships, and contracts. All right, Aquarius rising, Jupiter is impacting your 6th house of health, routines, and work. This is a good year to get focused, okay? This is a good year to improve your diet, your routines, your day-to-day life. This is great for finding a more fulfilling job or launching a spiritually aligned business or service, okay? So this is impacting the house that really, I think, to be completely honest, I think the 6th house is a lot more important than what people give it credit for, because this is our day-to-day monotonous tasks. This is us every single day. This is how we show up. This is what we do. And it's also our health. So really letting the planet of luck, expansion, and growth impact your everyday life to bring more positivity into your life, more health, more movement, more wellness, the more power to you. All right, last but not least, let's talk about Pisces risings. Pisces risings, this is impacting your 5th house of creativity, romance, and children. This is a fertile time creatively and emotionally for you. Hence on the word fertile, okay? This can bring artistic inspiration, a new partner. This can bring pregnancy, very much so. Your inner child is ready to play and thrive as well. So, this is, I would say, the chances of a Cancer and a Pisces rising getting pregnant in the next year is highly, highly likely. Actually, everyone is highly likely to get more knocked up because Cancer is exalted in Jupiter. It likes being in Jupiter, and Jupiter is the mother. Jupiter is the nurturer. Jupiter is all about feminine energy and the womb and all of that. So that is the horoscope for Jupiter entering Cancer. Be sure to follow me on Instagram as well as TikTok at Erica W. Russo for even more content. I'm also giving away like a bunch of free PDFs, a couple classes, a couple trainings that I'm just kind of getting rid of because it's been a very long time and I was cleaning stuff out and I'm like, oh my God, I don't remember even making this stuff. And I put them all in a Google Drive. And if you're interested in grabbing lifetime access to all of that, you can head on over to the description and get the link to grab that. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.